I'm Аяужан Тұрсынбек, and I'm an 11th grade student. Today, as usual, we were at school and our first lesson was English. Our teacher began the class and then started asking about the homework. The topic was conditionals, which honestly has always been a bit tricky for me. She went around asking each student about it, but I was really confused. I didn't fully understand the topic, so I just sat there without saying anything. Conditionals have always been a tough topic for me. I really tried to get it, but it just didn't click. Then, at one point, I actually fell asleep while the teacher was checking the others' tests. And in that moment, I started to dream.
Hello everyone, it's me, Тұрсынбек Аяужан. I am from Астана city, 111th Comfort School's 11th grade student. So, today I'm going to explain the very interesting topic in English. It's conditional sentences. So, these are very useful grammar structures that help us imagine, plan, and reflect on different situations in life, real or unreal. So, conditionals are sentences with if that show possible results of a situation. We use them to talk about real life situations or imaginary situations in the past, present, or future, okay? So, there are four many types: zero, first, second, and third conditionals. Four types. Let's start with zero conditional, the most simplest one. Zero conditional is used for facts or things that are always true, okay? So the structure is if, when, plus present, plus again present. So very easy structure. Let's do some examples to understand it so well. If I eat too much chocolate, I feel sick. So the sentence will start with if, and then here we use present simple verbs. Eat too much chocolate, I feel sick. Right here, if I eat too much chocolate, I feel sick. Next example is if you heat water to 100 Celsius, it boils. Fact, of course, that's true and fact. Let's take a look. Next conditional is the first conditional talks about real future possibilities. It's something that might really happen. So the structure is if, when, plus present, plus future simple. So if we do some examples here, if it rains tomorrow, we will stay at home. So the sentence tells us that if it rains tomorrow, rains means present, right? We will stay at home. Will is future. Next example, I can't go out if I don't finish my homework. That's real situation. If I can't do my homework, I can't go outside. Next is second conditional. The second conditional talks about unreal or imaginary situations, usually in the present or future, okay? So the structure is if plus past simple plus would plus verb. So both sides of the sentence have past simple elements. Examples here. I might work harder if they paid me more or paid me better. So he doesn't work harder, so he don't get any money, any better money, any more money. So he just like imagining the situation. Next is if you studied harder, you could do better at school. But that student doesn't study harder, so he couldn't do better at school. Next, third conditional. Third conditional is about the past things that didn't happen, but we just imagine them. We often use it to talk about regret or missed chances. So the structure is if plus past perfect plus would have plus past participle. So let's do some examples here. To understand it well, if I had gone to bed earlier, I wouldn't have been late. You understand it? Okay, let's do some easy examples, simplest example. If I had studied, I would have passed. So these had studied means past perfect. Would have passed means would have past participle. So easy actually to, if you make really simple examples here, you can understand these type of conditional in a very easy way. So let's do some review here. Zero conditional talks about facts. First conditional talks about real future. Second conditional talks about unreal present or future. Third conditional talks about unreal past. And I want to talk about the importance of the conditionals. Each one helps us think differently and express more complex ideas. Learning conditionals helps you sound more fluent and natural in English. You can use them in stories, conversations, debates, and to show cause and effect. They also show that you can think in a complex way, which is important in real communication. So I want to share with my final tip here. Final tip is just practice. Listen to native speakers, repeat their sentences, and make your own examples. And don't forget to work with Edustream book. This book is really useful, especially aspect that I'm reading now. So, thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed it and feel more confident using conditionals in your speech. Thanks for attention.
Then suddenly I woke up. The teacher asked. I stood up and said what I remembered from the dream.
The second conditional is sometimes there are situations that are almost impossible to happen.
She smiled and gave me a thumbs up. I sat back down, proud that I finally understood it. On the way to our next class, my friend was talking, but I was deep in thought. I had just thought conditionals in a dream. It felt so real, so natural, and I thought maybe that dream is telling me something. This year, we've been learning from a book that made even conditionals feel simple. That's the power of good learning, when something hard becomes part of you. Thanks to the experience, I didn't just learn conditionals, I learned how to teach them. And maybe, just maybe that's where my future begins. Not only as a student, but as a teacher one day.